So I just finished watching the movie The Killer by David Fincher, based on the book. I think it's also called The Killer. It's quite, every time I watch a David Fincher movie, I'm often reminded of why I love movies. Is the simplicity, the storytelling, and the pacing. It's like everything is intentional. Every frame, every moment of the movie is designed to tell a story, is designed to help you move things forward and you understand where you are. You're never really lost. And there's this rhythm that comes with his movies that I greatly appreciate. The first 5 minutes of that movie, it's you're told this is a location. You know the entire story of what's happening. This guy from the title is a killer, and you're assuming some form of assassin who's waiting, and he's looking through the window, but then we don't really know who he's looking for, and we are held there, and you know that something is going to happen, but you never really know what it is. And then there's a moment when he's setting up his gun and this guy walks in, and you're like, oh shit, this is what the movie is about. Then it turns out, nah, psych, that's not what it's about. And then it progresses and you get the inciting incident, and then the movie switches, right? So the movie turns around. It stops being about him wanting to kill this person and it becomes about survival of him, and then he has to fight the demons and fix everything that's going on. So I'm trying to not spoil the movie for you guys, but when you watch it, you appreciate filmmaking at the top level. Like, some directors just have it, you have it. Some people just have it. David Fincher is it. Yeah, and I think this movie, like, I get nowadays we have the whole argument of streaming versus going to the theater. I think this movie, it works whether you watch it in the theater or at home, because the way Fincher makes it just keeps you there. It keeps you connected. It takes you through it. You can't turn away. You want to know what happens next. Does he get the guys? Does he get killed? Does this happen? And there are moments whereby the pacing is like, okay, now we're going here, now we're going here, now we're going here, now we're going here. Boom. Oh, you know. And I think every time I watch it, you're like, wow, the intentions, the intentionality. There are times where you're looking at Fist, I think it's Fistbender. He never blinks, bro. You're like, what the hell? This man never blinks. But the one thing that I didn't like about the movie is, there's this thing Quentin Tarantino used to do in Kill Bill, where it's like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. He does that until, I think, chapter 6. And you're then reminded that it's a book. And probably if you read the book, you know the outcomes and stuff like that. But the one thing that I liked about it is how simple it is. Like, it's a simple movie. It has no, there probably is a lot of CGI. There probably is whatever, because that's what Fincher does. But the movie looks realistic. There's nothing so complex. It's, you understand the story. Okay, this is what happens. This is what he did. There's stakes involved. This is this is why it's happening. And you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. It's a cute story. It's done. And you move on. You don't finish it thinking, oh my God, I want this. Oh my God, there's these topics, there's this thing that we should talk about. Have you seen this? Did he really say that? There's none of that. It's just pure entertainment. And I think what David Fincher is able to do is to remind us of the important thing, of the most important aspect of filmmaking, which is tell a story, bro. It's not that complicated. You're telling a story about an assassin. You're telling a story about a killer. What more is there to it? And one thing that I would like to say thank you to David Fincher for is, as someone who likes to use voiceovers whenever I'm writing, you know, the way he uses voiceovers in this film is phenomenal, because the voiceover sort of tells you what the character is going through, but also it's not really expository, because the voiceover is of it feels like a character. It feels like you are connected to the character and these are your thoughts, like the moment he's like, commit to the plan, do this. And one more thing that I liked was how in POV shots the music switches. So you go to this loud music and then it switches back to when we're in his ears. it's not. And then when, I just feel like that was some crazy editing that they did, which is perfect for me. I wouldn't rate this on my I would rewatch this movie because I feel like I got what I wanted to get out of it. I may watch it again just to study it, but in terms of David Fincher movies, I think this is up there. This is one of good movies that I've watched that came out this year where it doesn't have to be 3, 4 hours, man. Like you can watch it in a nighttime and go to sleep and wake up and be like, wow, what an amazing show. So if you watched The Killer, let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. I thought it was very great. We should come up with like a rating meter, like okay, we rate this X out of this. But yeah, this was a great movie. If you watched it and enjoyed it as I did, let me know in the comment section.